Y'all, Ash Trevino is back on TikTok and she is messier than ever. And I gotta say this, okay? And I just feel like a lot of people this day and age are very unforgiving, okay? And they just like look at a hot mess of a person and they think that they're always going to be a hot mess of a person. I wanna give an example out here of like Trisha Paytas. Like, if you look at Trisha Paytas, like, look at her 10 years ago, she was a hot mess, okay? And look at her now, she has completely turned her life around. So I do think that people that are really messy and problematic and, dramatic and all that, they can really make a change. And I'm gonna be so for with you guys. And I know that like none of my messiness has been on the internet, but I'm not gonna be fake like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I've always given people the benefit of the doubt, including Ash Trevino, because I look at her and I'm just like, okay, homegirl is a hot mess, but she could still learn, she could still grow. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be having that anymore. Like, I really do feel like the benefits are running out, and now it's just like, no, girl, it's just all doubt at this point because she is fully back on TikTok now, and the things that she is saying, I thought that she would have learned from. Because, look, let me tell you guys this, okay, so that way you guys know how my brain works. I've said some really hurtful things in my life. And I'm still honestly learning as I go. I am that person that I do kind of like hold things in. Like, if this bothers me, that bothers me, that bothers me, this bothers me. And then like I get really hurt by something, I snap and then I say some really hurtful shit. And I know that's 100% wrong because obviously, yes, I need to learn how to communicate like an adult and say, hey, this bothered me or that bothered me. But sometimes I do try to like keep the peace and sweep everything under the rug. But then when you do that, you obviously make a pile and everything just blows up. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is why I've always understood why people have said some fucked up shit before on the internet, because sometimes people are hurt or they're going through something, do you know what I mean? And they lash out. And I feel like if you learn from it and grow from it, that's totally fine. So I don't ever want to be a hypocrite and be like, oh, Ash Trevino this or whatever. Like, I still do think that she could change as a person. But I think that that's kind of like running out now, okay? Because what we're going to be talking about within today's video, I do have to give you guys context because, by the way, okay, I have made, quite a few videos about Ash Trevino stating that she is back on, TikTok, but she is like fully back on TikTok now, okay? Because I know that there's still some people like commenting like, isn't she banned from TikTok? No, just her main account was banned, but she herself is not banned from TikTok. Like, obviously, as you guys know, Smiley and Heffa were trying to get her permanently banned from TikTok to where she couldn't create any other accounts, but that did not work as of right now. So she is still on there, okay? To give you guys the context, and I'm so sorry if I'm like repeating myself on this, but obviously I do have to give context. If you guys don't recall, she got into like major backlash. If I'm being honest with you guys, I think this actually blew up the most when she popped off on this girl Zara, which, if you guys don't remember, Zara's dad actually got pumed by somebody that Ash Trevino was married to. Okay, that was one of her inmate lovers, and she just defended him to the core, and she said some really hurtful shit towards this girl Zara, and everyone was like, okay, like, you know what, Ash Trevino was a mess, but this right here is crazy. I had thought that she was going to learn from that. Obviously, she did get out there and she made an apology and she did say that she was sorry, but she said she was sorry towards her supporters and not towards Zara, which I'm just kind of like, okay, girl, so like, is that really an apology, The reason why I'm bringing this up is because you guys are going to see within her being back on TikTok, and you would think that she's a little bit scared right now to get her, TikTok account banned. Like, you'd think that she would be walking on thin ice, like, oh shit, let me not say this, let me not say that, because obviously this could ruffle some feathers and get her into some trouble. She don't give a shit, y'all. She really don't. She literally is getting back up on TikTok Live and saying justice for Isaiah, which is actually the guy who was with the group of people that ended up offing, let me just say, Zara's dad, okay? And I'm saying offing because, y'all, let me tell you guys, I have learned now YouTube is back to being sensitive. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't tell you guys from the beginning of this video. If you guys are on my Patreon, you guys saw, I literally was messaging you guys about this because I'm like, I'm failing to understand this. I know that we're like slowly moving into an extremely sensitive, society, which triggers the fuck out of me because I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody needs to, like, get some thick skin, okay? Because I feel like at the end of the day, things like this are crazy. One of my Ash Trevino videos ended up getting demonetized because it was racially derogatory because I posted a clip within there. Mind you, I had a bot that like reviewed it and they demonetized it. I had a human review it and they left the section in there that was racially derogatory. And y'all, it was a clip of Ash Trevino fighting with Smiley, or like talking shit about Smiley, and she said within that literal second that they left, I want to say it was 3 seconds, okay, that said that it was racially derogatory, and it said Smiley is a piece of dirt. That was it. Meaning, in the context, what she was meaning it is like she's nothing, like she's just dust, like she's nothing, you know? And they had marked that as racially derogatory. And what like really blows my mind is I'm like, okay, I think that they're both like Hispanic women over here, like Smiley and Ash Trevino, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, they're marking this as racially derogatory. What world are we living in? Like, what does like calling somebody dirt have to do with it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you could call anybody of any race dirt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just like, oh, you're dirt. Like, I get what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to defend her in any type of way because y'all can go back and watch that damn video, even though it's not monetized anymore. And you guys can see, obviously, I was like, homegirl needs to stop running her damn mouth, especially talking about moms and things like that, because obviously somebody's gonna get pressed about it, just like Smiley did. But I'm like, to call it racially derogatory, I was like, what are we? She was literally just like, you know, it's like saying, girl, you're nothing to me. And it's like saying, oh, that's racially derogatory. It's crazy. Anyways, just had to tell you guys that because I was like, I'm not understanding this. Anyways, y'all, I'm in a rambling mood today, as you guys can tell. I do want to go ahead and start this off by playing this clip to where she is literally back onto TikTok Live and she is talking about justice for Isaiah. Check it out.
Talk. She just wants clout because she doesn't have it. Like, she's getting all the hate because she's back with somebody who tried to unalive her. Like, and that's fine. I would never stoop that low. One thing y'all have to know and remember is that every time somebody keeps my name in their mouth, it's because they want the clout. I'm not giving it to them. Literally. I could say so much stuff about her, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be a different person. I'm literally trying to be a different person. Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm screaming justice for Isaiah, you guys. Everybody hashtag justice for Isaiah. I will continue to scream that. Justice for Isaiah. And that's why I got his name still tatted on me. And his last name over here.
So as you guys saw from right there, she's just saying, oh, people talk about her because they want clout, blah, 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 blah. Also, too, if you guys did not read from that person's like video, they screen recorded it and then put that little caption on there. Yes, 100% Ash Trevino, when she got back up on TikTok, she literally said that she's a changed person now, that she's like taken some time to herself and basically kind of alluded to the fact that she's going to be a little bit more, you know, mature person. And then I'm like, you're over here saying justice for Isaiah yet again, which by the way, he literally was convicted of this crime. So I'm like, y'all. I swear, and I know a lot of people have judgments towards me and probably talk a lot of shit about me because I don't know. I just hope to see the good in people. Do you know what I mean? Only because I'm telling you, and yes, okay, every time that I talk about myself, like I realize like I was a piece of shit of a person when I was like probably, I would say between 16 and like 21. You know what I mean? Which obviously that was literally 14 years ago by now. But I just really feel because I changed that I want to give that same grace to other people and still hope that other people can change too. So that's my whole mindset on that. I just really do. I'm starting to come to the point now with Ash Trevino to where I'm just like, okay, no, like this bitch is just always going to be a hot mess and she's just always going to be this way because I'm like, girl, you literally got big time canceled on TikTok for saying all this crazy stuff towards Zara and saying justice for Isaiah. And then you're still over here a couple months later doing it again. Like, I don't know what it's going to take for her to wake the fuck up, to be honest with you guys. I do want to go ahead and get to some other clips right here because this is where I'm saying she is back and more delusional than ever because y'all, I'm so sorry. Like sometimes like what I wanted to say in my head, I want to say, damn, this bitch is crazy, y'all. I'm so sorry. Like she really is, okay? Because she got back up on the internet, okay? And she literally was over here talking about on TikTok Live that she can't believe that some people are on TikTok Live all day long. Like, don't they have kids? And she is 100% being like snarky towards Heffa, okay? Because Heffa's on live 24/7. But y'all are going to see that she's over here saying this on TikTok. But by the way, keep in mind that everyone on TikTok literally knows her as like TikTok's worst mom. She's back onto TikTok saying that her daughter's super sick, but she's on TikTok Live. And then you guys are going to see that she's actually like in the hospital and she's on TikTok Live. So I'm like, girl, do you just like not have any type of like self-awareness at all? Because I'm like, how are you on TikTok Live saying like, oh my gosh, people are out here all day on TikTok Live when they have kids, they should be taking care of their kids, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, girl, you're delusional. Check it out.
I've just honestly been doing my own thing, you guys. And like, I'm not one of those streamers that stays on 24/7 battling. I can't do that. In reality, I can't do that. In reality, I have a life. I have my kids. We've all been sick. The kids are still sick. So to sit online all day long and not pay attention to your kids or your husband is mad weird. I wouldn't be able to do that. So thank you. And then I have a boyfriend, you know, so like I talk to him. That's why I only stay on live at night for 2 hours, because I do give my boyfriend that time too at night. My boyfriend lives out of state, so
as y'all saw from right there, she's saying that she cannot be on live all the time because she has her life, she has her kids, and yada yada yada. You guys are going to see right now, though, she literally is on live saying that her daughter is like sick and throwing up and not doing well, but you're on live. And this was after the fact. So that's why I'm just like, do you realize how much of a hypocrite you look? Y'all know how I feel about hypocrites. I am so sorry, but that's my #1 pet peeve in life. Like, I'm like, girl, have a little bit of self-awareness here and be like, girl, keep it real with yourself. You know you're on TikTok all the damn time too. Check it out.
I might have to hop off. I'm gonna have to take my daughter to the school.
Why?
Hear me? She's been running a fever and she's been throwing up.
Which one, Haley?
Yeah, she's been running a fever for like 4 days. Yeah, and it's like it goes away, but then at night it comes back. So Evie just came in here and told me, that's why I put him on mute. She's like, Haley's real sick right now again, so I'm probably gonna have to just take her to go get checked out. Hopefully it's not pneumonia or something.
She thought those are not good symptoms at all. Like I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, I'm gonna just pray. Just pray, guys, that she feels better.
So there you guys see it. She is on TikTok while her daughter is sick. It's like, girl, don't you have other things to tend to? And then I'm gonna go ahead and play another clip right here to where you guys can see that she is saying that her daughter is in the hospital and she's on TikTok live. Like, it is so mind-blowing to me. Like, y'all already know at this point to expect the lowest of low from Trevino, but this is where I'm just kind of like, damn, the fact that she got up on here and said like, oh, she has a kid, she has a life, and she's not going to be on TikTok all the time like all these other people, 100% being snarky towards Heffa. And I'm like, girl, you're literally doing that. Check it out.
My daughter's at the hospital, so she's not here. I'm just like, so I'm out of it right now. Okay, so if I look like a bitch, I'm sorry. Okay, there's a lot of shit going on in real life. That's why I said I don't even want to be on right now, but I'm on.
So there you saw it. She's saying that her daughter is in the hospital and she's on TikTok. Like, I can't believe it, y'all. She is so damn delusional. Like, every time that I like see her, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, one of these times I'm hoping that she's going to have like a change of persona, you know what I mean? And turn into like a wholesome person. I feel like she could do like a whole rebranding. I don't think that's going to come anytime soon though. Like, to be honest with you guys. Also, one other thing that I do want to talk about, because a lot of people have been like tagging me and things. A lot of people are saying that her daughter, I want to say the oldest one, Haley, is like turning into a mini version of her, which I gotta say, like, that kind of makes me sad because honestly, from what I've seen of her so far, she seemed like a really sweet girl, and I hope that she doesn't turn out like her mom. But I really do feel like you either become your parents or you become the opposite of them. Do you know what I mean? And I hope she doesn't go down that route because Trevino is a mess. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.